Singh, and me and my group, consisting of Megan George, Prince Negura, Robert Jones, Jamie Smith, and Katie Wood, are going to be presenting a policy proposal to create and maintain jobs within the United States. Now, with all the current recession going on, I'm sure all of you are aware of the unemployment rates that are hovering. Right now, they're at a 7-point-something%, and 8% is the mark that economists use as a panic situation. And in some states, especially such as Detroit, the unemployment rate is actually 10%. That means 1 out of 10 people in that state are unemployed. And the statistics released by Goldman Sachs say that by the end of this year, we'll be at a 9% unemployment rate. So you see somebody down the road, losing their job, somebody's dad losing their jobs. It might as well be you. If you take a cross-section of our population here, 1 out of 10 people, as I said, will be unemployed. Unemployment is not something which affects only us in the sense of poverty, but also what occurs is that there's less money to spend. People spend on foreign goods because domestic goods are more expensively made. So what happens is the overall economy slows down. So therefore, we've proposed a solution to this problem consisting of tax credits, especially tax expenditures for businesses that maintain jobs within the United States. Direct government involved in more of a Keynesian theory in order to spur economic growth within our own country. As you can see, this is a chart of unemployment in the United States. Now, 6.7% is the average unemployment rate in the United States. And as you can see, if we draw a line across, there's quite a lot of states that are above the average unemployment rate. And where will the money come from? Well, originally, the Congress attempted to pass the H.R. 7110, which is the Job Creation and Employment Act of 2008. The original funds it wanted to delegate to this task was $6,150 billion, and there would be around 21 billion dollars which are lost in terms of tax revenues that are valuable.
First question you may ask yourself, is the condition alterable? It is alterable, and this can be seen through past historical events such as the Great Depression, as the government produced agencies such as Work Progress Administration and the Civilian Conservation Corps, which produced hundreds and millions of jobs and helped raise the unemployment level. The next question you may ask yourself, is the issue of unemployment moral? Is it immoral? And unemployment in general is not immoral, but the conditions that it creates are immoral. The conditions it can create are increasing crime rates, such as petty theft. According to a study done in 1967 and 1999, when there was a high increase of inflation, there was a 21% increase in crime rate.
Our policy tools are tax expenditures, direct government, loan guarantees, and then we'll talk about Small Business Administration standards. So first, the Small Business Administration standards. A company must be organized for profit. They must make a significant contribution to the U.S. economy through the payment of taxes or use of American products and materials or labor. And then they must meet the American Small Business Size Standards. And those for industries range from 0.75 million to 32.5 million for an average annual revenue, and from 100 to 1,500 employees. And next, one of our first tools is tax expenditures. And these were to assist qualified small businesses when those businesses provide new jobs that are located within the United States. And to receive the assistance, you must be a qualified small business, and you must be in accordance with the Small Business Administration standards. And then each small business will be provided with a tax credit of 10% of the wages for the new positions created. And that, we awarded the 10% tax credit as long as the additional hirings stay within the boundaries of the Small Business Administration standards.
All right, direct government is our next tool that we planned on using. And we're going to say that the federal government reserves the right to give additional funding to the Small Business Administration. And then the Small Business Administration will themselves turn into a lender before they have preferred lenders to which they let these small businesses get from. But we want to, in turn, turn the actual Small Business Administration into a lender itself. And we also want to increase the amount of loan guarantees and categorical grants that are available to small businesses. Right now, there's about businesses who qualify. And these are, of course, going to be based on the Small Business Administration standards. And the loans and grants will be provided to small businesses who are in need of startup funds, because we know startup capital is a lot of the time the hardest concern, biggest obstacle in their way, and to also expand their small businesses to create those jobs.
The justification for our employment policy comes through the effectiveness, which is similar to the Employment Act of 1946, which was implemented after World War II and during the Great Depression, which is kind of the situation we're in now with the war on terrorism and the current recession that we're in. And it should be easy to implement because of the Job Creation and Unemployment Relief Act of 2008. Had it passed, we would have this funding. And